Kratom is to 7-OH essentially what coca leaves are to cocaine.
Yeah.
In terms of like potency.
This is the Atomic Souls Podcast.
Action. Welcome back to the Atomic Souls Podcast.
Thank you.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Good. Same old. Just living life. Getting out there, spreading awareness about this. I don't know if you ever heard of it, 7-OH stuff.
Never heard of that. Is that Kratom?
Right.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not addictive. We got to talk about all that later. It's just getting wild out there.
It's getting worse than it was.
Yeah. It is literally getting worse, I think, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But there's just... It's like... And I understand it in a way. When you are addicted to something or dependent on something, your brain literally cannot see logic or like rationally speak about something.
Yeah.
But like it gets to a point where it's dangerous then, because there's so many people that jump on the comments of my videos and they're like, this doesn't cause respiratory depression. And I'll say, okay, here are 5 scientific studies, empirical evidence that it absolutely does.
Yeah.
Like, and then people like to say, no, it doesn't. There's a ceiling effect. And then they like to say, I get things confused, like between Kratom and 7-OH.
Yeah.
And it is shown that regular mitragynine, which is primarily what is in Kratom, has a ceiling effect in terms of respiration. 7-OH has been proven otherwise. It's a dose-dependent effect on respiration. Therefore, especially with something that you can build up a tolerance for really quickly, the more you take, hence dose-dependent, the more you take, the more dangerous it is, the more it affects your breathing. And that's why people are literally overdosing.
Right.
Which all these people in my comments say is not possible also. But
they're not actually taking Kratom. They're taking 7-OH.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at your comments and it just, I remind myself that it's people who are in active addiction. And so I'm just like, okay, moving on, because I don't have the time to like sit there and like try to listen to them gaslight everyone about it being helpful. And I'm sure in their reality it is helpful.
Right.
And it's managing, just like how, I don't know, alcohol helps you fall asleep if you drink too much. Like technically, yes, but
helpful is pretty dang subjective, right? Like fentanyl is helpful with people with severe chronic cancer pain. Like it's helpful, but
it's helpful to help you numb out.
I don't think you'd see much of an argument if if it was talking about fentanyl being sold in gas stations or Dilaudid being up there next to the Fun Dip, like it's just bizarre. It's a bizarre time we're living in.
I had an interesting conversation with someone. I don't remember who it was. It was recent, and they were talking about how a client was like somebody was at a 12-step meeting, I think, and somebody's like, yeah, I've been sober off alcohol for this long, and they're like, and I didn't realize that those drinks I was buying at the gas station were 7-OH or Kratom. And I was like, as a true normie, I'm not buying stuff at the gas station. Like, that should have been your first red flag that, like, you don't need, like, why are you taking this substance? Like, how are you that naive?
Sure.
But it's because it's addicting, and you are, like, oblivious to the side effects of it.
Yeah. And from everyone that I've talked to, it just grabs you real quick, especially for people that are not used to, well, I guess for either.
That person was used to it, but they didn't connect it somehow.
Right. I walked into a gas station the other day, and I hadn't seen this before, but for the first time ever, I saw it not behind the counter, not anywhere. It was the liquid, like, feel-free shots and primarily mitragynine, but they were just sitting there, like, in front of the register, not behind a case or anything.
Wow.
And then I saw a picture on social media today, and it was they had taken a bunch of the Zen shots and put them in a 5-hour energy, like cardboard container.
Yeah.
And that's what it was sitting in. So it's all like part of this deceptive kind of marketing. It's just gross.
Like it'll give you energy.
Yeah.
Really, it's not.
Right. And now
Jeez.
in Louisiana, what they're doing there are these shots called juju shots, and they're being sold in gas stations, and it's tianeptine. So that's their way. That's their new way around the ban and the getting rid of 7-OH out there is
it's
tianeptine.
The new Delta 8. It's the molecule changes.
And
Yeah.
tianeptine is gnarly.
I think I've seen those, the juju shot ones.
Yeah, they're tianeptine's a straight
I don't go
opioid research chemical.
What's that?
I guess I don't go inside gas stations.
Oh, I go that Chevron by my parents' house. That's like the gas station / restaurant for the town.
Yeah.
That's the only one I go in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But they took it seriously out there.
What's that?
Pay at the pump.
Well, I was going in to eat.
Yeah.
It's dinner night.
Oh my gosh. No.
My parents live in the country, dude.
Nice.
Like the Chevron is the local grocery store, gas station,
The
restaurant.
dollar store is
Right.
a grocery store.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Like that's going to town is going to the gas station.
Right. I love it.
I guess, yeah, I'm like city life, like quick pace, like getting it out. Like
Right.
I'm not meandering at the gas station.
I think it might be close to where y'all are located in Louisiana, isn't it? Are y'all by Alexandria? Or are y'all by Shreveport?
No, we're
It's
by
down the
Baton Rouge.
It's down the street from your sister's house. I saw it when we were at graduation.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's off like airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In Ascension Parish?
I think it is.
Okay.
Right by like Gonzales, Prairieville.
Yeah. I'm there like almost every other month.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta stop in there sometime.
That's where he grew up.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up at. A little further into the woods from there, but yeah.
Right. You know what's crazy about there is because we talked about it a little bit last time. Like it feels like they are decades behind in terms of treatment and recovery and things. But
Everything.
with the 7-OH, when they recognized the problem it was causing, they banned it and enforced it overnight like that. Like raids on gas stations, raids on things. I don't know if it's back. I haven't been back there much, but that was way ahead of like what we're doing here. Like
My first thought was, is it taking away from alcohol sales?
yeah.
Because Louisiana loves their alcohol sales.
Right.
I would
And
say
I'm sure.
Louisiana is quick to react though, because I remember the discussion started about like banning pornography across the country and stuff, and Louisiana was like, "Yeah, we'll do it." Boom, overnight, no more pornography in Louisiana.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
There's some positives in Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean, when they want to do something, they do it.
Yeah.
You might not agree with it, but they gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I really was fascinated though, because you see a lot, every other comment on my videos is like, great, now you're forcing people to go to fentanyl. First of all, no.
Why is that the next
Taking
step?
a synthetic opioid out of gas stations
If
does not
that's the
force
next-
anyone to do
And
anything.
if that's the next step, like obviously it's an unhealthy thing to do.
Right, absolutely.
Fentanyl's the comparison.
Right.
Maybe that's not a good sign to be using this substance.
Maybe so. Certainly not a good sign that's being sold in gas stations, right? But what was seen though is a ton of people sought help. They didn't move to harder drugs. They didn't, move to street drugs, because when you think about it, a lot of those substances are targeting very specific people. They're a little bit expensive. They're marketed with like looking like candy. They're appealing to younger generations.
Yeah, the professionals.
Right.
Yeah, trying to take the edge off.
And a lot of those exact people aren't going to maybe be as likely to go towards something like a street drug.
Yeah.
Right. Like they went for that because of the way it was marketed, the availability, the legality.
Yeah.
So when they got rid of it there, it wasn't like hordes were going to street drugs or fentanyl or buying dope under the bridge. It was, they got help.
Right.
And many of those people are still sober today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking back to the clients we've had the past year who were doing the 7-OH, and it really was people who didn't realize the intensity of it. They just thought it was like a little 5-hour energy style thing, or like a Delta style thing. And so like, I didn't know I was doing, like they were like hysterical in the assessment when we're like, Yeah, that's kind of like opiates. And they're like, what?
And not even like kind of. It is an opioid and a very potent one that binds very strongly to those receptors. Like there's all sorts of numbers out there. Yeah. I haven't done it. I've done every other opioid you could possibly ever name. But it binds 13 times stronger to the mu receptor than morphine. Yeah. It's nothing.
And you've gone back and done updates on the gas stations in town. And you're seeing that they're taking it off the shelves.
Yeah. I had to, there was one actually that I stopped in one time. I know the people very well. My wife's family is like, it's like what you were saying. It's the one closest to us. It's a Southwest Parkway market. Like it's just a little market. And, so I know the people there. We have rapport and we've talked. And I sat down with him one time, explained everything that's going on. And he genuinely seemed like he wasn't aware. Right. Whether that's true or not, who knows? I don't know how they get like memos that things have been banned or how that works with stores.
A sales technique. Yeah, they probably genuinely don't know.
Right.
They think it is another Delta or whatever.
A lot of people that I've talked to do, though, because I've gone in 10 times to let them know, dropped off paperwork.
You've been telling them.
But this guy pulled it off after one time. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. Yeah. And then the majority took many, many times of going in. But there's also a lot of attention going on, like nationally, on a national scale. More articles. It's in the news. And it's just getting messier and messier, really, in terms of like politics and investors. And
did you want to talk about the investors and politics related to it? Or?
Mark Wayne Mullins, I think is the guy's name. He's in charge of our Department of Homeland Security, I believe. And he's a huge Kratom investor. And now it's this big.
It's wild.
It's this big thing. It's all just like everything else, it's getting so messy, and it's just such a crazy web.
Yeah. Speaking of web, you had mentioned that you kind of traced it back to a couple of. There's like some major companies that it trickles down to the web. Like there's actually only a few.
Yeah. Well.
Actual like.
And this is really crazy. So I found out there's a guy by the name of Vincent Sanders. He goes by Vince Sanders, I think the second or the third one of those. This guy, he owns Shaman Botanicals. They're in Kansas City, Missouri. And it's called that, but then there's about 5 or 6 different DBAs of different companies, so that sell the same product under different names.
Interesting.
So not only are there, so that's a web in and of itself, right? Shaman Botanicals, and then 5 or 6 different DBAs, and then not only that, but their manufacturing facility is in Kansas City, Missouri, and they white label their products for dozens of other companies. So it is probably at least 95% of the 7-OH products in this country originate from their manufacturing facility. And as of maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a little less, the Attorney General of Missouri cut them off. They said, you're not allowed to sell in our state anymore at all.
They can manufacture but not sell.
That's what I wrote back on. The Attorney General posted this thing, and like kudos due where they're due, but that's what I said. Like, okay, great. You got rid of it in your state, but now what are we doing about it being manufactured in your state and shipping it out everywhere else?
Interesting.
But I did find it very interesting.
It might be harder to shut down the manufacturing side than the distribution side.
Probably so. But
it is odd. It's like, oh, we'll keep our people safe, but like fuck every other state.
Right. It is. It's just the craziest thing. Like, I mean, if I started a damn shop in my garage manufacturing opium out of poppy pods or whatever, like I'd be shut down really effing quick. But then you have this huge, large scale, and it goes so deep with this company. Like they've had tons of their products what is it called? The government has seized. They've had tons, 73 tons of products seized because they were lying about the content, lying about what was in it. They've had hundreds of thousands of dollars in like monetary assets seized because they're just fishy. And the guy is fishy. He's in these interviews, and the lady interviewing him is asking, okay, so what are the human trials that have been done on this stuff, being that it's a potent opioid and people are taking it? And he looks and he kind of smirks and laughs a little bit and says the only human trials are the people that are taking his products.
Oh my God.
Right now.
Yeah.
I screen recorded it on my phone.
Yeah.
That's what he
like,
says on a live interview. Yeah. And it's just...
It's kind of giving like untouchable, like cartel, like they'll shut down like the drug dealers on the streets, but like the cartel never really gets shut down,
right.
you know? And so that's kind of what this sounds like, is like, why is he so untouchable?
Yeah, it's bizarre. And it goes way back.
What power does he have?
Money.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes way back too, to like decades ago. That same guy, like this has been his game ever since he was a young dude. Now he's an older man, but he got popped up there with a massive amount of weed back in the day, where that was like a lot of prison time for that much, like hundreds of pounds. And I don't know for sure if he got off or not, but I know that his lawyer's primary argument was that he's the number one new car salesman around, and the state would lose out on all of that money.
Yeah, he has great lawyers.
Isn't that insane?
That's wild.
That is so crazy. That was the lawyer's argument.
Definitely cutting checks to the government.
Yeah,
100%. He's got great lobbyists. That's what he's got.
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
that's wild. And so most of the like supply is coming from him, or people like him that are monopolies.
I'd say 95% of everything in this country comes from his manufacturing facility. And between the DBAs and the white labeling his product.
Is that the one that the government official invested in?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
I know they made it very clear in the arguments that that guy Mark Wayne Mullins invested in Kratom, but that's been such a thing in politics. I think I mentioned last time it was Nancy Pelosi's son that started way back when Kratom was my capstone topic, like in 2016. Nancy Pelosi's son started whatever it was, Americans for Kratom or something, to lobby against the FDA trying to get rid. And guess what? It worked.
Wow.
Of course it did. It could have been dealt with way back then, but they lobbied against it, and the FDA was like, okay, we're not getting rid of this stuff.
I didn't want to be on Nancy Pelosi's bad side.
Yeah. No kidding.
Jeez. Yeah. My whole tinfoil hat is on.
Well, it should
all
be
coming up to be true.
All of this stuff that was the last thing I expect. I had to do a deep dive into the Mark Wayne Mullins thing, because I was like, okay, this is some conspiracy craziness that's going on. But sure enough, he's having to go testify before whatever. I'm so out of the loop with.
It's interesting to show that it's on both sides of the aisle too, because Nancy's far left and Mark is far right.
Right. But money doesn't discriminate.
At the end of the day, it's a full circle. They're all against us.
Right.
Yeah, money and power, and keep the regular person sick and fucked up.
Right. And the crazy thing is that I've had to do a whole bunch of reading up on is now you have these Kratom groups that are
the Facebook groups.
No, but those two. But Kratom advocacy groups or the Kratom manufacturers or whoever. And they're pushing hard against 7-OH, saying 7-OH should be banned, gotten rid of, etc. So Kratom's now it's infighting between those two.
Interesting.
And then now politics, which you throw politics in the mix of anything and it gets real messy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen an increase in the last month of discussion around 7-OH and Kratom in the news and politics. Yeah. And, it's wild. Yeah. It
is. I think perhaps the wildest part is that at least in terms of, it's hard to separate the two for me. honestly, I don't see a world necessarily where like 7-OH can be banned and scheduled as it is in a lot of states without Kratom also being banned and scheduled, being that Kratom contains 7-OH.
Right.
Just very, very tiny amounts. But the wildest part to me is that why we have strict laws, guidelines, policy around any and every opioid that exists, right? So why is so much debate or discussion needed about a synthetic opioid being sold in gas stations?
Right. Yeah, it's wild. It's like if it was cocaine, it's like, well, there's the cocoa leaves. Like, it's natural. It's
right. That's exactly.
Why are we arguing about this? Like, it's obviously an issue.
And that's what I saw. I can't remember if I said this last time or not, but I saw that comparison and read up a little bit, studied up a little bit about it. And it's pretty accurate. So coca leaves or Kratom is to 7-OH essentially what coca leaves are to cocaine.
Yeah.
In terms of like potency and
yeah, because like you'll go to like indigenous populations and they're just chewing on coca leaves and it's no big deal. It's like a dentistry thing.
Yeah.
And,
it is a big deal though, because try and take those leaves away from them and see what happens.
Yeah.
Same with and that's how Kratom leaves started.
That's how Kratom is too, though. Like try to take Kratom away, and they're like,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's addictive. It's just socially acceptable there. Same thing like with alcohol here. Try and shut down all the bars for a week and see what happens.
Right.
We would have mass chaos in the street.
And that's what I tell so many people too. Like everyone brings up that's the
alcohol,
the primary argument. Go to the liquor stores. Hey, dude, I would love to, right? Like alcohol has caused the biggest public health crisis this country in the world has 100%. Ever seen. But I'm not a fool also. Like I have no power. I have very little, if any, power against things like 7-OH. It just happens to be that it's a popular thing and I'm gaining some traction.
Yeah.
But and it's a very, very small thing.
Yeah.
Alcohol, I wanted to look up the numbers the other day. I forgot, but I wonder how big of an industry alcohol is. I've got a feeling that it is one of the biggest ever, right? Like they have so much power over everything.
I think we talked about that last time. We'll give an alcohol and firearm commission in the government.
Right.
That's wild that it's that big. And I think the government like relies on the alcohol sales. Like they tax the shit out of it. So it's too big of a monster to battle.
It's
the
entirely
7-OH
too big.
is new and it's easier to like kind of try to lobby ahead of the game instead of
before it gets to the level of devastation. Right.
Right.
And like you were saying, with how much it's been normalized, you go speak out about alcohol or anything like that, and
it destroys more lives than anything else. If you related it to like cancer, alcohol's stage 4. Like we're not getting rid of it. We're just dying from it. That's a wrap.
Right.
But we're catching stuff like 7-OH early and trying our best to cut it out before it becomes a stage 4 cancer situation.
We should learn from things like alcohol.
Exactly.
Instead of like...
I'd be curious also, because alcohol sales have gone down because the younger generations are not interested in it. So I'm curious that maybe they're investing in the 7-OH as well and pushing it and all that stuff.
I've even... This is where it gets weird. I've even read and seen of different pharmaceutical companies investing or starting to study 7-OH. And I personally, I don't see a problem with that. If it is an opioid and it is potentially safer in terms of how it affects your respiration than other opioids, okay, then use it
effectively.
Exactly. Then there probably is some sort of medicinal use for it. But what comes with medicinal use? Medical oversight, doctors, prescriptions.
Levels,
it's not you're going to
percentages.
Standards, quality control.
Not a gas station.
They found
random.
They found I can't remember if I said this last time either, but they found a crazy amount of drywall dust in an analysis of one certain 7-OH tablet.
That's wild.
It just can take. It just has whatever.
Taken.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah. Yeah, I think regulation around it and like prescribing it, like, and taking it as prescribed and all of that, working with medical professional, like it could be super helpful. But just taking stuff from the gas station off the streets in general, like it's not okay.
Right.
It's not safe. Taking drywall, like
Yeah, no thank you.
what?
That's the lack of regulation. You don't know what's going into it. It's the same thing as buying drugs on the street. You're just paying taxes on these for right now.
Right. Well, and there's a whole study and like interest right now in, I don't know what the hell I should call them on here, gas station erection pills. Do you know what they found?
No.
Is that it is just it's just Viagra.
Yeah.
And actual medication.
Station Viagra.
And but it's that like
Yeah.
what is it called, sildenafil or something? So they're buying these gas station boner pills and they're sending them to labs, and it's just actual prescription medication, but there's no regulation or anything for things labeled a supplement.
Yeah.
So they're just flying under the radar, selling prescription medications.
Calling it a supplement.
Yeah,
It's a supplement.
right. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's so dangerous for your heart too.
Yeah.
Just take whatever dosage.
Right.
Like
Especially
you need a
those
doctor.
ones when it's a supplement, they put thousands of milligrams
Yeah,
into
they're
it.
probably putting too much. That's wild. Yeah, it's hard because like we need the regulation of like government and like pharmacies, but at the same time, it's like that just makes it worse too, because then it's gonna get big like alcohol.
Well,
Right.
good rule of thumb: buy gas from the gas station. Don't buy other things.
Yeah.
And Red Bull.
Don't.
If you're getting your supplements and
what
your
I
happy
do.
juice from the gas station, maybe that's not the good thing.
I'm so
Maybe
like,
not your
in
prescription medication.
La la normie land. Like I'm just like I get gas at the gas station.
Right.
Maybe a water. Like,
Right.
A soda or a Red Bull.
I like roller dogs. Pretty good.
Oh yeah,
That's why
the
my
occasional
stomach's
roller
so
dog, man.
What was the movie where they're like, those are wizard fingers? After 5 hours, I can't legally call them hot dogs anymore.
Oh no.
I forgot where that was from. It's hilarious.
Jeez. Well, I know Mike had mentioned it was Men's Health Month.
Oh yeah,
You were wanting to talk about like men's mental health. Or
Yeah.
is it Men's Health Month or men's mental
mental
health
health.
month?
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
nobody even cares enough to know.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
I
Sorry,
think
guys.
it is a huge one, a huge thing to talk about, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it all as well. But it came about for me recently, and that's when I reached out to Mike. I was struggling with something pretty bad, and I haven't talked a whole lot about it. But my wife had a miscarriage, and it really it was hard. It was very hard. But the hardest part for me was being the man. And it's my belief, whether it's the right belief or not, that like as the man, I'm the leader and the rock in certain ways. And so my wife is having a really hard time and emotional or something. I have to not, right? Like, cause I'm not going to get us anywhere. I'm not going to help us at all if I'm not stable or balanced, or, if I'm just whatever.
Yeah.
And so what made it all especially significantly more difficult though is we hadn't even announced the pregnancy to very many people.
Yeah.
We were waiting till my mom got back in town so we could tell her before we told other people. So I couldn't then really go talk to my bros, my friends about it, which is what I really lean into in life, in recovery is community and having a close group of people that I could go to talk about anything. Yeah. So it was like, holy shit, what do I do? And
so isolating.
Yeah, it was hard. And I started to get these. So back in the day when I was not well, and I was using and drinking a lot, and just I just existed in this constant state of depression, misery, self-pity. You have it. And I would do the goofiest shit, right? I would be feeling so down and depressed and bad that I would go pick fights or even if I got beat up, it was just that
to
was
feel something.
and it was crazy.
It's like an outlet. Yeah.
And a few of those thoughts started trickling in. I was like, wow, that's like, first of all, no, I'm not going to do anything like that. Like that's old me. But I just went to the gym.
Yeah.
And I hit the gym hard every single day. lifted literally as heavy as possible. And that's been one of my saving graces in life, in recovery, in whatever, is just using, and people use different things, but my go-to for an outlet for anything is the gym.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, like, I'll go in the gym and anything that you're feeling frustrated, mad, sad about, I will literally like sit there before, let's say, a set of bench press. I'll sit there, I'll think about it, I'll get at the forefront of my mind, I'll throw heavy freaking weights on, and then I'll be thinking about it throughout the set. And by the time I'm done working out, it feels a lot more bearable and doable. And I feel like I've subconsciously kind of channeled that energy out, which is, I don't know the science behind it or anything, but
There's
it's also
science behind that.
Is that EMDR?
That is, Look at him. Look at him. He's educated.
It works.
I know some of these words.
EMDR. So that's the root foundation of EMDR therapy: eye movement, reprocessing, desensitization. It's all about getting the two sides of your body engaged while processing through what you're struggling with.
Right.
And so as you're reprocessing, you're physical working both sides of the body, desensitizing yourself to it. Yeah. It's based in running, but anything that uses bilateral stimulation can help. So like lifting weights, if you're doing like bilateral lifting, not just like single side, you're engaging both sides of the brain at the same time. And so if you're thinking about what you're stressed about while doing that, it will reprocess it into the right. It releases the emotion, right? Energy in motion stays in motion. So you're like giving it to the barbells basically, and processing. The emotion goes away for you, the energy.
It really helps a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, I just made that connection too. So next time you go to the gym, just tell the wife I have an EMDR therapy session.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we need the actual therapy.
I tried to recently explain that whole process to Natalie, and she's like, yeah, but I don't really like, anger doesn't give me energy. And I was like, nah, but just try it. Just think about it and then try it.
You're being angry wrong.
Well, any emotion doing that can help.
Right. And it's not just, not just about the energy, but
it's the bilateral
getting it out.
stimulation.
That's fascinating. That is very cool.
While thinking about the stressor, the bilateral stimulation of any kind is really important.
Right.
To desensitize your body to it.
What would you say is like the number one reason you think men are hesitant to get help, whether it's therapy or
Oh, there's a huge stigma around it. Like you said, like in like there's a stigma, there's lack of support, people to go to. Like that situation was unique for you because it sounds like you have people to go to, but like that one was like a secret. But like a lot of guys like don't go to their friends or buddies or even like high functioning women. It's kind of, we're seeing similar where it's like, oh, I don't want to burden my friends with this. Like I'm supposed to be the strong one. I'm supposed to be this or that. And like with your wife, like if she's like falling apart because she's going through such a big thing, it's also impacting you, but you feel like, oh, I have to be strong for her, or else she'll fall apart more. And it feels counterintuitive to lean into like feeling with her and like leaning into the uncomfortable feelings. But it actually helps, and you can bond over like both feeling sad and messy. But it feels so counterintuitive naturally as humans. And then on top of that, the stigma of like men need to be stronger and like be like the Rock, and like classic, I don't know, American culture. So, I think the counterintuitiveness of leaning into feelings plus the stigma. And then also...
Do you think that that's a stigma, though, or do you think that's just a recognized reality?
What do you mean?
You're saying stigma as if it's not true, but I think in most relationships it is true that the man or whichever one's the head of the relationship does have to be that rock majority of the time. If they're not, then there's no foundation for the family to be on.
But if you're always the rock, like how did that work out for you when you couldn't talk about all that stuff and you just had to bottle it up? Were you actually the rock?
I think that's a two-part question.
I think that's an interesting question actually to think about. I think to her, I think I probably was, but was I actually the rock that I was portraying myself to be at the time, like internally?
Right.
Probably not. But if I think about the purpose of being the rock, probably, if that makes sense.
I think both can be right. Right. You can be the rock for somebody else, but if you don't have your own outlet for that, and because to her you're the rock, but you have to have the duality of like other people to rely on.
Sure.
It's like there's like when someone pass away, there's like the onion of grief. And so there's the inner circle of those most affected and then the outer circle. And you're supposed to complain to the outer circle, but do not complain inwardly to the people most affected by it. And so it's like, right, she is the most impacted. You're the next impacted. And so it would be wrong for you to process with her. But it is a shared experience. So it can be helpful because if you don't process with her, what does that lead to? What do you think? If you don't share in that grief?
Resentment, probably, to some degree.
She might feel like you're cold or like unfeeling.
Yeah.
And so when you share in that grief with her, validate her.
Right.
So like, I feel this too.
I get that plenty in other things in life too, because like my sister-in-law recently was like, it literally would be better if you did like snap or get angry sometimes. And I had to tell her like, no, I promise, like, no.
There's a balance for sure.
I used to be that way and kind of fly off half cocked and say things I didn't want to say, and it took like years and years and years of really deep internal work and like to get past that. So, but I get what you're saying. Like people get resentful even if I stay calm in an argument or but it also just takes me some time. And luckily the people around me have kind of like Natalie. Now they understand that. Like I don't process everything super quickly like a lot of people when it's stuff like that. Like it takes me some time and I prefer to like process it a little bit and then talk about it later or something. But I need some time. I want some time to think about it and like I'm a very rational person. I try to like think through it, figure out the logic in there, which is really a pain in the ass sometimes. But
it's you can be the rock and you can fall apart. It's just having like knowing where to direct that. And also like how much do I like share the experience with her? It's
I think
finding that balance.
I think framing of perspective is really important. That's weird because my wife's sitting in here while we're talking about this.
What's your thought on it?
So I heard a statement once. It was a female author that basically she was a therapist talking about a bunch of stuff, and she said she got confronted by a guy at a seminar about men's mental health, and she's like, you never interviewed. No, the guy said, you've never once interviewed a male because there's no way they would have told you that. And she's like, oh, you're right, I didn't, because males wouldn't talk to me. And he said, his lived experience was he had a wife and 3 daughters. He said they would rather watch me be crucified on my white horse than take a chance falling off of it. As in, like, they want to see him as this knight in shining armor, not a vulnerable, weak person, even for a moment. And I really, really related with that.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that's exactly what my lived experience was. And that's something I still battle with today. So I think for me, it's been okay to show vulnerability, but I have to frame it in a very specific way. And a lot of times that vulnerability is not with my wife. That vulnerability is with like my brothers, like my buddies and stuff, that we kind of live life in similar paths.
Right.
I'm not saying that that's the right way to do it or the healthy way to do it. I'm saying that's what I've seen success with, because when I have been vulnerable in the past and maybe I did it wrong, it did not bode well for me or a relationship.
There's one thing, being vulnerable and having shared experience of like, this sucks, like this miscarriage sucks, or this experience sucks. Like, that's one thing. But then like confiding in your wife about something you're going through, like that, or like for women too, like sometimes we need to like process it with our friends or like a neutral party before we bring it into the relationship. So I don't, it kind of depends on like how you process stuff too. Like I know some couples that we see here and they just process stuff so logically and like wonderfully, and I'm like, the fuck just happened? Like, this is not my experience in my marriage. Like, it's wild. Right. Some of us need to process externally and then bring it to each other, because it's so raw sometimes that we'll like say stuff that'll like hurt each other.
Yeah.
And
you ever have it happen where like, I don't know, maybe Rachel will come to you with something and you'll give it some sort of rational, logical response, but then like I did it one time, and Natalie was like, I didn't want you to say any of that. I just wanted you to listen.
I tell this to couples a lot. I once taught Mike how to validate, because I was in this horrible work situation, and every day I would call him on the way home from work and be like, oh, this sucks and this sucks, and he just got sick of hearing about it. He told me that that didn't go well. And so finally I was like, I just need you to say, yeah, she sucks, she's a bitch, that's stupid, and be like dramatic about it. He started doing that, and I could tell he didn't care, but it worked. It gave me something I needed from him. I was like, that's working, babe.
I had to learn the same thing.
But I think that's
just validate, because if you don't validate, you don't connect, and then they're not going to hear the feedback. So if you validate, give it space to feel the emotions, then and that's what I said, leaning into the emotions feels counterintuitive, but it negates the emotion, not negates, but like diffuses it. Right. And then it gives way to like hearing feedback.
I think that's why I'm very particular about framing perspective on things. I spend a lot of thought on how is she going to receive this rather than what is it that I'm trying to say.
Do I want to be right or do I want to connect?
Exactly. Because I mean, like you said, like you want to be that rock. Well, what does that mean? I want to fix everything so she doesn't ever have to deal with issues, right? But the reality is women just like issues and they want to bitch about it.
Female people tend to feel more deeply, express emotions more.
So yeah, that's why I would get pissed off though, is because she'd call me and she was like, "This is dumb, that's dumb, these people are stupid." I'm like, "Well, did you try this? Did you try that? Have you implemented this structure yet?" And she's like, "Stop fixing it."
Right. Yeah.
But there is a level that needs to be fixed and be the strength and the guidance, but. Yeah. You gotta.
So I just wait for her to ask that instead. Yeah. Like if she's complaining,
when it's not so fresh. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think it's more nuanced than just be the rock for your wife or partner. Like it's about having people that you can like fall apart with, not just your own. I think there's like a very toxic ride or die like relationship idea in the American culture that's like your partner has to be your everything. And it's just so toxic. Because you think of ride or die, like you think of very toxic relationships. Right. But that's like idolized as like they're my only person.
Yeah. I think sometimes what men and women want is different too, though. Like I have to be very vocal about what I want, because I don't necessarily want emotional connection. I just want you to just want me. Like I want you to come focus on me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And And so I think being very vocal about those things, because I mean, not to sound over stereotypical white male, but
you are that. Lean into it, bro.
yeah, like I don't want to be emotional and vulnerable. I just want you to want me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I want to be acknowledged that I did a lot of cool shit for you. Like,
Right.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
I don't have to be vulnerable. I just, hey, I love you.
Yeah.
Great, cool. Let's go to the bedroom.
Right.
But that's not what she wants. That's not
Right.
what she needs. And so, like, I have to acknowledge, like, love language or whatever. Ours don't align.
Right.
So I need to give her what she wants
Do
and
they
needs.
ever align?
Yeah.
No. I was just talking to my friend Morgan about that and how the love languages are a cool concept. Have you heard of those?
Yeah, yeah.
But they don't bring in the depth of like human experience. They're kind of like basic. And so she was doing some like deep inner work via like Claude
Wow.
with her husband, and they're doing some like journaling experience. Yeah.
Cloud like AI.
AI. Yeah.
AI inner work.
To do like,
It's a new world.
couples work.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, send me your
You love
prompt.
me.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, send me your prompt.
Cloud
'Cause
is
it's-
crazy.
Yeah, it's they're wanting to like connect with others, but also with themselves and like together as well, and like taking it to a deeper level than just like do acts of service for me.
Right.
James and Morgan are two of my favorite people. They're such intellectuals, but down to earth simultaneously. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I had told her because I was doing like AI therapy for myself.
Yeah.
I was just like deep diving on stuff, and because as a therapist I like kind of know what to prompt it, and she like took that to the next level for their couples therapy. She's like, it's working.
Right.
This is not for everybody.
It's the new wave, kind of.
Yeah.
And Claude is crazy. What it's
Yeah.
capable of doing.
Yeah. It's
Claude's-
dangerous too because it'll tell you some crazy shit.
Oh, for sure.
Claude's got a bunch of crazy stuff going on right now. They just released a new version a couple weeks ago. And then, from my understanding, the government came in and banned it because I can't access it anymore right
Really?
now. They're like that. Yeah, that's a security issue. That's too strong.
No.
No kidding. It's crazy.
Too
The
smart.
stuff that it
Fable 5, I think it was the newest one. But pretty nuts. We use a ton of Claude stuff. I mean, basically our entire marketing agency's built out on Claude at this point.
I want to get into it really bad. It's just, there's so much in there in Claude that, like, if you can become even a tiny bit of an expert in it, I feel like you could do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Like, literally anything. Engineering, architecture. They can do CAD drawings and...
If you know how to prompt it, you can do anything.
Right.
And I think that's why my friend did so well with creating her own treatment plan.
Yeah. I want to do a exercise plan, diet plan, and then the shopping list. And it can do it so fast. I've been wanting to do it all week. I haven't because I've been lazy. But
My exercise and diet plan are both based off of it. And I'm fat and lazy, so I don't know if that's...
It's not working.
I don't know if
You're
that's the best marketing for it.
You're
but-
using ChatGPT where it's
That's
like,
it.
you're great, bro.
Dude, I
Everything's
used,
great.
Yeah. Like,
I used their new thing the other day, Codex.
yeah.
And I did an entire custom coded Shopify website for somebody in about 45 minutes.
Nice.
Wow.
Like, oh,
That's great.
It's pretty powerful, that thing, Codex.
Yeah, we use Claude Code and then for sale. But yeah, similar experience.
Yeah, I was impressed it being a ChatGPT one.
I'd be interested to hear more though from you about the men's mental health and like kind of what's missing and stuff. 'Cause I know for me, that's something that I struggle with a lot, and it's in every aspect of life. Like even we go to church, love church, but it just feels so feminine to me being
Sure.
there. And so it's like I just want to go do man shit, like
Right.
be masculine and do physical labor and stuff. And for me, I have an outlet with going to the boats because you go to the boats and it's rough, tough individuals. Like that's the
Sure.
those are very manly men.
Right.
And so I get to hang out there and do cool shit and everything. But then I come home and I'm like, I gotta be soft and
Right.
and nurturing and all this stuff. Not that those are bad things,
God
but it's
forbid.
like But it's like you feel like there's no place for masculinity anymore.
Sure. That's one of my go-to things, and I don't have a solution for any of this at all, ever. Like, I've done therapy in the past, and I've snubbed therapy for even longer, or like avoided it.
There's some bad therapists.
Yeah, or just like always avoided it because it's helped me tremendously in a lot of stuff, in getting through a lot of like real deep-seated trauma and childhood stuff. It helped me tremendously. I don't think I'd be where I am today without it. But like going forward now, like nowadays, it's not necessarily on my like list of things to like go to therapy for everyday issues or things I'm dealing with, which who knows if that's right or not. That's just like in me, in my core, that's what my stubborn ass tells me to do.
I think that's fair. And like some therapists are good at helping the day-to-day, but sometimes that's when you just need like a life coach or like an accountability partner or something like that. Like,
and for me, it's like a solid fucking community of guys.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Sometimes people think community and they think a big number, but no, I mean, that's not really what I have. Like, I've got a core group of like brothers, just not blood, you know, like I'll go to them, I'll talk to them about anything. It doesn't feel funky or weird getting vulnerable, like it would with somebody who like I didn't love. Like, I love these people like their family. You know, a lot of them I've known since middle school, and now they're sober. So we've, like you were saying, we've similar kind of life paths, and so that's been like a saving grace for me, is finding that community, getting locked in with that, and like having people that you can run things by, vent to, people that have been through similar kind of stuff. Because I think that's one of the biggest things that just kills men today, is just bottling shit up inside for whatever reason, whether it's just like their career, takes up so much of their time that they have like their career and their family life, career, family life, and that's it. That's just cycle forever and ever and ever and ever.
Career, because I have to be the breadwinner.
Yeah, and then
the successful, and the family actually goes to the wayside.
So then you have nowhere to go with this energy that's building up inside of you, and then literally that starts causing fucking heart disease and cancer,
pointless,
and just misery. So I think
the
like
plight of the CEO. It's like you get so high in your career, but then you look around, you're like, oh fuck, my family hates me.
Right.
I'm never home.
Absolutely.
I'm not doing fun stuff I
Balance,
enjoy.
Right. Like, it's funny, because I'm pretty sure it was Scott who told me this. Like when I went to him years ago, like I don't know even what balance is. Like I don't know what's going on. All of my time is going here, and I don't know what to do about here. And he was just like, stay sober long enough, balance will come. But balance is another thing that I think, not necessarily that it is only for men. I think everyone struggles with balance, but I think with men and with the role that kind of we were talking about, like a provider type of role, and the rock, and so you put so much of your time into providing and into whatever else, and then you have such little time left over to like focus on you, really, because that's huge.
Yeah,
being the provider, so much of your time is focusing on providing or whatever it may be, but then you have just very little time working on yourself, or like getting that shit out that is literally just festering inside of you if you don't deal with that.
Yeah, your own cup is empty if you're not providing space for that.
Yeah, which can't have that. I've been there before myself, and it's just it's miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there is like a cultural idealization also of balance and like work-life balance, and like what does that look like? I think it's all individual. Like find what works for you. Because like we work a shit ton and it looks imbalanced, but we enjoy it. And we like built up some really, for the most part.
No, I was just about to say the same thing. I think balance is a personalized thing. You can't look for comparison of what's balanced to them should be balanced for me. We run into that a lot because even from our parents, they'll be like, "Oh, you're working too much. You need to do this, you need to do that." Right. I fucking like working.
Right.
That's why do you think we're so successful? Because we both enjoy working.
Yeah.
40 hours a week is a part-time job to us.
Right.
And that's fine that that's not the case for somebody else. But that's the way we like life.
Sure.
And we do it together and we have tons of time for family. I spent all day yesterday at a bow range just hanging out with buddies and stuff.
Right.
We've positioned ourselves together that we can do those things and enjoy those things. But predominantly we like to fucking work.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's finding, I think, balance more in the sense of like a values driven life. There's a lot of like therapy models that are like the acceptance commitment model is all about creating a value and like mission and having that in your life and saying, is what I'm doing that's all imbalanced living in my values?
Yeah.
So if like work, family, bros, like that's my values. If I'm doing all of that, cool. Like sobriety is that too. Like, so if I'm doing that, great. Or maybe like one will kind of fluctuate over the other. I think a lot of people don't have that conceptualized for themselves. And so it's like, oh, I just feel like it's chaos. But like, if you're like living in your value system, then maybe it's not chaos. Maybe it's just what your life looks like.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same thing as business. MVV, mission, vision, values. Are you achieving the mission? Are you within your values? And is there a vision for it?
Right.
And taking action towards those things.
Great book is Purpose Driven Life.
I gotta read it. Natalie keeps telling me I need to read it.
It's a really good book talking about this exact
It's
topic.
And that's another thing though, and I don't know, this one can get a little out there, but I feel like in this world today, like your run of the mill career or job, let's say, and life, it doesn't especially coincide with people's values or morals, and certainly doesn't, and they don't care, right? Like if you're an employee somewhere, you are expected to almost be a sheep, right? Like more often than not, and do what your employer tells you to do, portray yourself however. And I think that causes a lot of issues amongst everybody, but being that we're talking about men's mental health, I think it's a huge thing. Yeah. Is then you have that like cognitive dissonance kind of. Yeah. And that's just a fight with your own mind then on a daily basis of like, golly, I'm doing all this work, I'm providing, but I'm not living life according to my values, morals, ethics. Yeah. And that doesn't feel good, right? Like that feels like shit. And then even if it's just subconscious, I think it kind of wears at your morality, your spirit, your motivation. Yeah.
I think it's important to identify. So if something you're doing is not aligned with your values, morals, and consciousness, spirituality, then evaluating like, is this, even if it's a great career path, like, is this right for me? If it doesn't align with, now that I've identified these values and like this direction, if this career doesn't align with it, or do I come to terms with it and just say it's just a paycheck, clock in, clock out, take the emotional out of it. If I can separate that, compartmentalize it, like great. But if I can't, then I need to look at a different career path. And
then what is like, even if you're able to compartmentalize it, what is that doing to you? Yeah. Right. Even if you're able to compartmentalize it, but what's it doing way back here?
It's compartmentalized for a season. Yeah. Rogan talked about this on an episode once where so many people are not discomforted enough to find an outlet. They'll just sit there and complain for 40 years and then retire. Yeah. And I think that's true. I've seen so many friends that have good careers from an outside perspective, but there's not a value alignment. But it's not discomforting enough because that paycheck is big enough to just keep coming back. And then you have, 40 years from now, what did I do with my life? Now, if your focus was I want to provide for my family, exactly like Rachel was saying, you compartmentalize that, great.
Providing for my family, we get to travel, we get to whatever,
Like my dad was a phenomenal provider and protector and everything. And his focus was, I'm going to have the best family that I can possibly have.
Right.
And so there was multiple times in his career where he's like, man, this job fucking sucks. But it was like isolated moments. The majority of the time, he was very happy, very fulfilled.
Sure.
Because his goal was to provide for the family.
Right.
For us, it's a little different. That's not our value alignment.
I could not. That's something I couldn't wrap my head around was, and I think some people can, like, nothing's perfect, right? No career is perfect. No business is perfect. No company you work for
we
is
own
perfect.
ours, and it's still a pain in the ass at times.
Right.
Yeah, but it's my pain in the ass. It's not somebody else's.
Yeah.
And I knew that about myself. So it's just like identifying that about yourself. Like, can I be like his dad and be like, okay with like the bullshit? Everything's going to have bullshit. Or do I need to like go create my own place that has its own bullshit and headaches? Like, everywhere's going to have a headache. So can I deal with this person's headache, or is something better?
Yeah.
And kind of like evaluating that for yourself, testing out. Yeah, I think a lot of people are scared of change and like instability.
That's what I was going to say, fear.
Yeah. And so, but there's ways to like stack up your money and like save and like switch careers, and like it's just scary. Yeah. And people like are more comfortable in safety and security.
A lot of
and
people
comfort.
romanticize things too. It's like the grass is greener on the other side of the fence type of deal. People think, oh, if I go out and do my own thing and I build my own business, and I'll have financial stability. And the reality is that's the stupidest way to find financial stability.
Right.
If your goal is financial stability, go work for a big corporation and get a nice cushy job.
Right.
Make sure that that's your value alignment before you do it. But you're not going to have financial stability. You might have a lot of cash flow, but stability does not exist in business ownership.
Sure.
That was not and that is a value of Mike's, as being a stable financial rock, and that's why he still has his boat career. Mine was never that. It was always to be like a huge change maker. Sure. And that's what business is. And so, it's like find what works for you individually and for your family. But if the value is being the rock and being stable, then changing careers would challenge that,
Sure.
And then also to add to that, when you talk about like having balance, I went for probably 3 years of working 100+ hour weeks every single week, no vacations, no time off. If there's daylight outside, I am working to make sure that I positioned my family to where we could be where we're at today.
Right.
But again, compartmentalizing, like, hey, this is a season. This isn't going to be for the next 30 years. It's going to be for the next 2 or 3.
Right.
There's a sacrifice for everything. Even starting our own companies, Mike was like, you're going to sacrifice something, like multiple things. And for me, that was like social life.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like just now getting back into like having friends and social life and all of that. And so, like it's knowing it's going to happen and like wrapping your head around like, okay, what is this change going to sacrifice, or what is staying going to sacrifice? And like, am I okay? Which one's worse?
Yeah.
Does that answer? What was the question? What was the initial topic here?
The original question was like 30 minutes ago, I feel like. Just men's mental health.
Men's mental health,
Yeah.
There's just so much. There's so much that goes into it, I think. And I feel like one of the biggest things it boils down to is just having an outlet and being able to talk about whatever it is you're going to.
Find
I think if you need somewhere to start, I think those are two very good places.
I think men need a place to belong outside of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And truly belong to, not just like,
show up,
superficial bullshit,
right?
But
drinking
like really where you
bros.
feel like it's like your second kind of home.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of men struggle to be vulnerable to find those connections because it's easier to just go drinking together and like have fun,
right?
And that feels like bonding, but you got to find people that you can feel vulnerable with.
And then it's such a beautiful thing too. Like I know, I'm sure you can relate. Like it really is like actual friendships like in adult life with other men that are like that strong and that powerful, where you can get vulnerable and open up and tell them about whatever and like lean on those people when things are hard. I think that's just a beautiful blessing that is unfortunately not common enough, I think.
Yeah. No, I think Mike has been leaning into friendships the last few years, and it's been really cool to see him lean into those friends and really like strengthen the male bonds. And
for sure.
All of that. And I've seen a change in him. Like he seems like, more chill.
Yeah.
Less stressed.
Outlets, like there's stuff that, when I'm hanging with the boys where I can say something and it's like, it's venting, it's being vulnerable. And their response is, well, how do you feel about that? And can I make it better? It's like, stop being a bitch.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I need to hear.
Yeah.
Like I need somebody to just be an asshole to me
right now. Right.
You don't get that anywhere else. Even if it's with other males, if you're not at that level of rapport, you can't say that to each other.
Right.
It's a fight.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. People you trust and respect. Dudes you trust and respect.
Right.
Yeah. I think that is too, like a lot of people, and it's cool to hear that like your friends from middle school still give that to you. What I've noticed, a lot of people will have friends from middle school or high school and they just don't connect and they're like still holding on because of the longevity of that friendship.
Right.
And it's like, it's okay to find other friends and like branch out from that. Like it doesn't have to be this like the middle school friends. If you're going in different ways, like
that's for sure.
Okay.
Right. Because somebody you looked for a friend in middle school is
different.
Probably pretty effing far from what I look for today. This is one guy in particular. It's just, I would get in a lot of trouble back in the day in like high school and shit. And I'd get kicked out of my house and many times for whatever reason. Yeah. And I would, his family would welcome me with open arms. I'd move into his house. Yeah. And it was just like brothers. And then we had a very similar kind of, path as far as addiction went, and even as far as like we drift apart for years at a time, and it was so bizarre. Like we get sober around the same time, relapse around the same time. We weren't around each other. It was so bizarre. Now that we're both like doing great in life, have families and all this stuff, it's cool to
that's awesome.
Have that is
awesome.
Yeah, that's rare because a lot of people like you drift apart or it's toxic. Like it's not iron sharpening iron. It's just kind of like wallowing or supporting bad habits.
For sure.
Yeah. So community, bros you can vent to.
Yeah. An outlet, some sort of what's the word for it? Dealing with things in a healthy sort of habit coping mechanism.
Processing therapy.
Validating. Therapy. I feel like there's a damn.
Your bros are validating you.
Just having some sort of a hobby to kind of put outlet. Yourself in that's a healthy thing. Yeah. Outlet. I can't think of the word I was trying to find.
I don't know what word.
Yeah.
But it's so important to everyone, but especially men. It's hard to find guys that you can get that relationship with and be vulnerable, and also like having career, families, etc. You get so busy.
Oh yeah,
just piles up. It's like, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad until older men are the ones killing themselves, so it is that bad.
Right.
Like they're the ones that follow through with it, so you need community now as you are younger, and don't let it get that bad.
For sure. And that needs to become more the norm. I don't know how that is brought about or how like that change happens, and unless it's just one of those things that's time. But I hope not.
I think the millennial men are getting better at it, and I think the Gen Z is getting, I don't know. They're like 50. They're like so weird. Some are getting really good, and some are like isolating so bad. So it's
sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's swung. We're kind of in the middle of the pendulum or whatever, but you have like the far end, like the boomers that are retiring now and they have no clue who they are outside of a career.
Yeah.
And then you have the generations coming up that are kind of in their 20s or so now.
Gen X and
and they don't want a career because they're so focused on finding out who they are as a person. It's like, all right, I feel like millennials kind of fell in a happy medium there.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
We ain't got it all together, but like, I know I need more than a career, but I still need a fucking career.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think we were talking about like COVID's impact on relationships too. Like it's been really interesting how all the different generations have responded to the isolation and now getting back out of it into community. And I'm hopeful that it definitely stunted the Gen Z population.
Really? Wow.
Because they were isolated in such a formative time that...
Would that have been like high school? Yeah.
So like
high school, early
isolation.
college.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're supposed to be getting out
Like
of like
peak
individualization and into social, how do I fit into society, like developmentally?
Right.
And they were like
I think
stunted in that way. Like,
I think that paired with online dating has been just a detriment to society. I was listening to a comedian the other day.
false relationships.
Yeah, he's like, kids these days will never understand what it's like to call the landline to your girlfriend's house and her dad pick up, and you're like, can I talk to Ashley?
Right.
Or like go to the mall because you know that guy's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Right. It's like those things.
The good old days.
All those
Going to a
failures
certain
you had
church 'cause he goes
experienced in dating previously that don't exist anymore because you're just swiping and stuff.
Right. And I mean, yeah.
All
And
the exposure
social media
therapy.
in general.
Yeah.
Cell phones in general.
The exposure therapy. It's really interesting. The last year, we've been doing a lot of that with clients because there's so much like OCD and anxiety, like these phobias and stuff. And we naturally, without social media and like internet for the most part growing up, were exposed to a lot of stressful situations, and it built resilience and skill in those aspects, but people don't have to anymore.
Right.
And so it's really stunting people's like anxiety and phobias and OCD, like all these anxiety-based things, because they are not being exposed to driving even. Like the amount of Gen Zs that don't drive.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's insane because they don't have
multiple
to.
sisters that don't. They just refuse. Where me?
It's wild. At 15, I was like...
Yeah, I was, I don't know, driving myself to school at 14 when my parents were out of town. Like,
Yeah, it was independence. Like,
yeah.
You were just like fighting for it. Yeah.
One last thing. This is weird and this is controversial, probably, but I wanted to ask y'all what your thoughts were. So I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, what was the word? I think it's a new diagnosis for people in like the newest DSM.
Yeah.
Something in involuntary explosive disorder or something.
Intermittent explosive
disorder. Yeah. When did that? Is that a relatively new thing?
No.
Oh.
It's been around. It's... What was their context for talking about it?
They were just telling me about
that
they had it, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
But my question, and it's same with all these different anxiety disorders and OCD and things, are, I feel like with some of the younger generations now, has it almost become, it feels to me that it's almost become like an in thing to like label yourself with something. And
well, it's like growing up, did you have the skater kids or like the popular kids? Like we would kind of drift towards the labels that way. And so I think it is like an online, there's two parts to it. Like it's that, but online. And then also there's so much more information online that there's more to identify with. And then the more like niche you can get, the more validated you feel. You feel seen. And so you feel connected to people. But it's not a genuine connection because it's not like face to face, like bonding. And so, but it feels very strong. It's kind of more of like a trauma bond of like, oh, we have this together. But the other part of that is every diagnosis in the DSM has a solution. it has something, like there are treatment plans for every single diagnosis. So I think a lot of people trauma bond and feel validated, and that feels like enough. That's when I say like therapists can be lazy because they just validate.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you have this, but good therapists will help challenge you and bring you along the treatment plan.
Right.
Like ethical therapists.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that answers your thing, but like
I think so. Yeah.
Because it's a thing. There's like oppositional defiance disorder as well, and there's also like those being diagnosed in like marginal populations more than white populations. It's like, that's interesting. It's like, is it a cultural thing?
Right.
So yeah. It's more so like, what do you do with that diagnosis?
Yeah,
and do you try to find solution to
right.
it?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't really know how to put it, but like at what point is it like basically are things just being overdiagnosed essentially, like just sticking a label on something that like is like having a temper you need to work on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
The purpose of diagnosing is essentially to get a treatment plan for the issue.
right.
I think a lot of people are just getting the diagnosis and going, oh, that explains it.
Oh,
That's just what I am.
Sure.
It validates, and then they don't follow through with the treatment plan.
right.
And I do think that's on provider. It's on social media though, but if you're going to a therapist and that's what you get and that's all you get out of it, then you're not following through with like the solution.
Right.
But a lot of therapists don't present the solution. They're just like, oh, I feel so validated and seen, and that is what I have. And they'll use it to manipulate family or people like, oh, I just have this explosive disorder.
That's why I'm
have to
acting
put
out.
up with it.
Oh, okay. That's essentially what I was getting at.
Yeah.
With
And
the
that's
person I
not
talked to with the
okay.
explosive disorder. Like, no.
I just have this. Like, you just have to deal with it. It's a you problem.
Right.
But really, it's not. The DSM says it's a me problem.
Right.
I need to work on it. There is solution to it. There's emotion regulation skills, interpersonal effectiveness. Like, there are solutions to this. It might not ever go away. You might have to always deal with it, but you can. It's like the concept of like grief doesn't. It was like a quote from a movie. My grief doesn't get smaller. I get bigger. It's like, right. Like your diagnosis doesn't get smaller. You get better at handling it and managing it. Like sobriety, like it seemed overwhelming in the first, I imagine, for you.
For sure.
But nowadays it's probably like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like a non-issue
Right.
most days.
Yeah. 100%.
It's the same with any diagnosis, like, because technically sobriety is a diagnosis. So yeah, if someone's not working towards solution, then that's an issue.
Right.
Yeah. It's a great excuse, but I'm
Yeah,
not a lazy therapist, so I'm not going to let you do
That's
that.
essentially what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly what you just said a second ago. It's the contemplation of, is it your problem or my problem? Like my diagnosis is my problem, not your problem. That's the way it should be, but it's not the way it is. Majority of the time, it seems like on social media and in society.
Yeah.
Where everybody's like, oh, you need to accommodate me for my lived experience.
Right. Right.
That's not healthy.
And then,
That's toxic.
But then things are like so many institutions and things I think are getting so woke in a sense to where like they're taking that on though. Like we have to accommodate these people and do things
Because it's easy targeting for marketing.
Sure.
Because I can niche down and say, oh, we need to accommodate, whatever it is. You have some type of demographic specialty that niches you down.
Right.
Whatever that is. Like a big thing with like Pride Month, every single corporation is all of a sudden the gayest corporation that exists.
Right.
And then when the month ends, you don't see a single word about it anymore.
Sure.
It's because they don't give a shit about you. What they care about is selling products.
Selling
and
sneakers,
this is how they market to you, is by seeming relatable.
Right.
And so in reality, in my opinion, that community should be offended by that more than anything. Of like, you're just trying to sell me shit. You don't care about me.
Yeah.
If you cared about me, you'd show that all year long.
Right. Right.
And I do see like the gay community is turning against that.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck your rainbow logo.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
And I think in the treatment world as well, the ones who've been through it are starting to see, oh, like this treatment center actually doesn't know how to do mental health. Like they're just saying they do. I do like Facebook rants about it.
Right.
We actually do treat mental health with master's level therapists.
Right.
And like a lot of places will have like one associate level therapist and say, oh, we have mental health therapists. And it's like, you have one associate who is like no idea what they're doing and overwhelmed and overworked and doesn't actually know how to diagnose and understand the DSM fully. Like I was that person at one time. I was the associate. They were like, we have this. It's like, oof, I got a lot of experience and I'm thankful for it, but I should not have been. They should have not been marketing for mental health.
Well, it's just not right. It's dangerous. Right?
Yeah, because
It's
and
selfish.
like that's when I get mad at like lazy therapists or treatment centers where it's like, we do this and they just validate like, yeah, you have this. And there's no follow through.
Yeah.
And I'll even get on to our therapist. I'm like, what are we working on today? Like this week? Like, are we addressing the BPD? Are we addressing the like diagnosis? Like, go look at the treatment plan and like stop being lazy and just like listening to them each week. Like you need to be more directive.
Yeah.
And I actually had one today. I was like, you need to be running full force with this treatment plan and they need to be holding on for dear life and going with you.
Right.
There's client collaboration, but at some point there needs to be huge clinical direction.
Sure.
Because they're struggling so bad.
Thank God places like y'all exist though, because you know, I think in this industry, unfortunately, and it's something that needs like a complete overhaul, is I don't know. There's a tremendous amount of places that are not really truly in it to help people in that way, that wouldn't even look at and say attack this treatment plan like head on this week, because they don't see it necessarily like that. They don't see it as, we're in this to help this person. I want them to go out the other side better than when they came in. Like let's be a part of the solution. They just see it as cha-ching, cha-ching, you know, dollar signs. Let's get them in. Let's put as minimal amount of effort in as possible. Let's bill their insurance hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever, and kick them out the door.
Yeah. There's people that willfully do that, and then I think there's people that like just have like negligence and like don't realize that they're doing that too, or they get so big they're just like, the therapist is a cog in the machine, so they just kind of get lazy and they're like, I'm just here to collect a paycheck.
Right.
There's few places that are owner operated that like really are like, change the system.
Yeah.
Making me think of that TikTok that I made with the bucket.
Yeah.
Because that's, I don't know if you saw it. I made a video and it was like, hey, we got a client with no insurance and no money.
I did.
Yeah.
I laughed. Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's so true to, you know, behind closed doors, because, you know, we'll be talking and stuff and we're like, oh, we got to make money. And Scott's like, I'm not taking another free person.
Right.
And then an hour later, like, fuck it, we'll sponsor you.
Yeah. God.
I mean, it's difficult, right? Because we do have to make money.
Well, it's unethical to not keep the doors open.
Right.
So you have to balance that.
Yeah, I do.
But it's
I have to deal with the
unethical
same thing every
to
day.
be just focused on that.
Right.
Right. Anybody that knows how we operate internally knows that it's very obvious we are not a money motivated company.
Right.
We don't want to fail because we're helping so many people. So the money has to we have to have that balance.
Right.
But yeah, we are definitely clinically focused.
Yes.
Speaking of helping people, I gotta possibly. That's one crazy thing that with my 7OH videos, it started as 1% of the comments or the views were like supporting my cause, and over time, it's gotten like exponentially greater views, comments, engagement, etc.
Yeah.
And now, just recently, it's gotten to be a lot more. Still, so much hate, so much negativity, so much just absurdity. But I have more messages coming into my inbox right now than I can handle, that I can deal with. Like I've got to like brainstorm with people like how can I
need an assistant.
I literally like, and then like to figure out how I can best help these people, because I don't have all the solutions. I don't have connections in every state, but people are pouring in, like needing help and wanting to get sober.
Yeah. Maybe there's like an automation you can send out with like resources listed in it.
Yeah.
Like that are like
state
by state.
I forgot they do that now, automated.
You can get like
responses.
an AI bot to answer your Facebook messages and stuff. Instagram.
I've got, because I probably got, I don't know, 30 new messages by the time I woke up this morning.
Wow.
We could probably do like a little landing page or something. You can automate a link to that for resources.
Oh, very true. Yeah.
Do like a whole web page of like different resources in each state.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to, just collect like all the resources that you'd want specific to that, and we can have that up in like a day.
Okay. Yeah. Heck yeah.
You build websites too, so you could
yourself.
Oh, you do build websites too? I didn't know if that was just like an off the wall project.
I do it. It's a little side hustle.
Yeah. Cool.
Has been for a long. But yeah, absolutely. Anything. I might reach out to y'all for some ideas too. But it's all over the country, and like,
yeah,
I don't have resources all over the country. I do in a lot of states, thank goodness, because just being around the recovery world for so long. But then it's also like talking to people, because there's people that I'm sure we've all seen on social media that like they go pull people off the streets and get them help and like fundraise for them. And I don't have the time to do all of that. But like, how are these people getting connected with the resources and whether it's scholarships or helping them get signed up for insurance, or like how are they operating in that way? Because it would be a beautiful thing to be able to do, or be able to like guide people along the way. But
donations, I think, doing a nonprofit.
So some of it's donations. There's stuff on social media. A lot of it is sponsored stuff. Not that I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like, it'll be a video of somebody helping somebody, and then they help them get into treatment or whatever it is at X place.
Right.
That place is actually paying a marketing fee to the person that's doing the videos. Again, I'm not saying
it's not a kickback, but it is.
That's what I'm saying. In the marketing world, I'm paying you for marketing services. I'm not paying you for clients.
Right.
And so it's kind of a loophole there. And I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. People are getting help from it, and they're getting services rendered at an accessible price.
Yeah, it must be a Medicaid state where they can sign those people up for Medicaid pretty easily or something.
Yeah.
There's potential for it to be abused or. Yeah.
Absolutely. But you'll see that in other industries too. Like one of the first guys to do something like that was this guy that goes around and cuts grass for free.
Yeah. SB mowing or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how there's so many.
And they're like, how does this guy make money? Because he makes millions off of viewership because he has sponsored views.
Yeah.
That's cool though, because you can like network with other facilities like nationwide. Like that could help your own network for the stuff you do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the power of like referrals is great.
Right.
People start to like know your name and someone needs detox. Like let's send them over to Jordan.
Yeah, and I don't really care about that, but just actually. What the work I do now is helping people, yes, and there's some beautiful moments of speaking with people and sharing my story and things like that. But when you actually get like boots on the ground, helping somebody from square one, like navigate into detox treatment, life afterwards, like that'd be a pretty beautiful thing, I think, to me.
I've been wanting to make content like that for a long time. You start getting into HIPAA regulations, it gets real difficult.
Yeah.
Mike wanted to do a Big Brother style sober living house.
Yeah. Video people while they're in sober living doing IOP.
Yeah.
And like they come in here, once a week and kind of do recall of the week.
Right.
I think it'd be the coolest shit in the world. But
they kind of did that with, have you heard of Graceland sober living? I forget the guy's name, Pat something. Maybe.
No, it sounds familiar.
They kind of did it, but it got like toxic and abusive. And
really
fell apart. But
I was like,
I watched it for like a year though when it was going.
I would even be down to partner with somebody else. Like you partner with, Recovery Unplugged or somebody around town, and like, hey, I'm going to do this with your clients, so it's not a hippie issue for my clients.
Right.
Because I just think it would be cool content, and I think people need exposure to that, so you can kind of build rapport before they're actually seeking help.
It takes down the stigma.
Exactly.
Well,
Because I do think it gets stigmatized really bad.
Because I've been talking more about like EMDR and therapy, and I get people that are like, who's a good EMDR therapist? Like, I'm going to go do it now that you talked about it.
Right.
And like, I understand it differently now.
Yeah.
And so I think the same thing with like sober living and treatment. There's a stigma of like, oh, rehab,
Right.
sober living,
They
what,
could do it with
halfway house?
Any of these places that are retreat style, you could do it with.
It's a lot, They're hospitality.
Ain't no HIPAA there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hospitality facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they would let you. Yeah.
I'm very interested in, I mean, that was 3 or 4 years ago we were talking about trying to do that.
If anyone has a facility, let us know.
I think it would kill.
Yeah.
Like, I think you would be able to monetize off of that so well on viewership that you could sponsor people into treatment and then do it as a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And you don't need to make money off of it. Like,
Yeah.
I can do placement and put people in care.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd love to do.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to have like multiple places you send to, and so it's not like a monopoly
Right.
or like self-beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But the self-benefit to us would just be publicity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun idea. I also have an idea to teach ethical use of drugs and alcohol in high schools. Nobody likes that idea.
That's a terrible idea.
But nobody teaches you how to drink and like monitor your drinking and like usage and like
Don't drink.
But that's like sex ed. Like, just don't have sex. Like, people are gonna do it. People are gonna do drugs and
I had
alcohol.
to take an abstinence pledge in some grade. Fuck, I can't
Did it
remember.
work?
No.
Exactly.
It was at like 4th grade at a private school or something.
We're not going to align on that one.